Yesterday morning we got our footers poured for our house, so we're ready to move on and prep for our slab. Starting out, we're going to mill our forms for the slab, and also we need to mill some 2x4s to help hold up the roof of our root cellar. So let's head on over to the sawmill and see what Jacob's working on.
What's that, bud?
I haven't seen that thing like that in a whole long time.
Yeah, we're busting it out. Alright, we got some new plans for the sawmill, guys. We're going to add a track extension. We built up this pad, got it compacted, got some gravel on it, and I got some pressure treated 6x6s. We're going to extend this about 5 or 6 feet. I can't remember the exact length that it came in, the tracks. But that's what we're doing. That way, I don't have to cut off any excess on some of these logs because I cut them kind of long. And plus, sometimes you just want longer material. So that's the reason for getting the track extensions. We got the pad built up already. So all I got to do is put down our pressure treated 6x6s and I can start bolting this together. Alright, we're clear of the trailer, so go ahead. Get it in there.
Go?
Yeah, go ahead. There you go. There was barely anything holding that. Is that cool? Yeah.
Can I use the sawzall different times?
Yeah, maybe another time. Is that your first time using the sawzall? Sweet, man. Look at that. Nice clean cut. All right, set it down.
What are you guys working on over here?
Cutting up the scrap wood over here into firewood. And Dad said if you want to keep it, you can keep it. Yeah, this is what we're keeping.
You're keeping this good stuff?
Yeah.
To build something?
Yeah.
What are you guys building?
Yeah.
A cabin.
I'm going to use my stuff for the roof.
Uh-huh.
Which I already have a piece that I want to use for my cabin.
My side is like a shed.
Nice. Fun plans. All right, you keep going.
I ain't got no money first week of the month. Right up into orbit, a chick's the only bound. A landlord finds a problem, a rent being overdue. What possible solution? I haven't got a clue. But at the end of the day, it's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day. I've loaned my possessions, all that I can claim. I ain't got a single penny to my name. My neighbor says he's bothered by what I cannot see. She says that I can launder off what gold should be. But at the end of the day, it's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day.
we can now cut logs up to 23 feet long. That's a really long log. Previously, we were able to cut about a 16.5-foot log, and it was a little tight sometimes, trying to get the logs as close to the blade as possible. It took some extra time. Now we could just pick the log up and put it on, and it'll be a lot faster, and we could cut longer logs too, up to 23 feet. That's awesome. The setup went pretty good. It was pretty simple, just copied, you know, what I already had existing there. The part that took some time was leveling the whole track. I had to level the new part, but also had to check level on the old part, which is something you have to do if you don't have a concrete slab for this to sit on. It's been sitting for a while, so it's due to be checked before starting to mill again. So we're ready to go. I just gotta put some lube in, gas it up, and fire it up, and cut a log. Run it through. Yeah, I was pretty sure the battery was going to be dead, but it's good. That looks so cool.
It's beautiful.
And I'm just making
Floorboards, I know.
yeah. I really don't want to use this for framing, but we can't really set it aside any longer. You know,
Yeah.
it's aging.
It won't be good by the time we're ready
Yeah.
to use it anyway.
Oh well, we're gonna have some real pretty 2x4s.
Hey, remember we were gonna turn them into my shelving? Maybe we can
Okay,
salvage
there's a chance.
this. There is.
Okay. happened. And I think this happens eventually to everyone with the sawmill. I hit the log stop or bump, whatever this is called. You can kind of see how that's pretty jagged right there. So here's the blade. Anyway, you can see the teeth are pretty messed up. Man. Bummer, but happens. Only got a little left to shave off of there, and then I'm gonna flip it and stack all these on there and cut them into 2x4s. It's got some rot in the log, which I already knew because you could see it from the end. So the weak stuff will be cut out later. So let's change a blade. Can't resharpen that. So we got through this first log here, and I've got all of the 2x4s over there, as well as a couple of bigger boards that I'm gonna use for the forms for our slab out here. And I've got these boards here that I'm admiring. These couple 2-inch and a couple of 1-inch. The 1-inch boards down at the bottom there. Don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Maybe they'll be part of the bracing in the root cellar. Maybe they'll become firewood. I'm sure the kids won't let me do that though. They'll probably at least take them for their forts, which we got to show you guys their forts. They're getting pretty skilled and creative. But take a look at this. This is what you call blue stain pine, I believe. This gray coloring in here, they call it blue stain. It does kind of give it a blue hue. Let me turn this around and show you. I mean, just look at that. But this log, man, right off the bat when I was cutting it, I noticed it warping immediately. Like right after the cut, I'd see the end kicked out of alignment. And anyway, this log was acting funny. So these 2x4s, they are not perfectly straight there. You can see the difference in the gaps, which is okay. I mean, these are just going to be used for the root cellar, the framing that's going to hold up the ceiling. And they don't have much time to dry. I figured I'd sticker them right here, right by the house pad, and framing down in that root cellar will start either tomorrow or the next day. I'm having fun running the sawmill and not buying lumber at the same time. So I actually have to do one more log because I'm also doing the forms for the slab. We're milling those up.
Eli, should the cabin be like bigger?
No, it should just be this size.
Oh, I thought we should just maybe.
How's the fort coming, guys?
Good. We're building it out of firewood and rocks.
Big blocks.
Some rocks.
Big
And
blocks
big blocks.
and little blocks and
Eli, are we gonna
big
use
logs.
those bricks for it?
yeah, they're for the fence wherever it went.
Where'd the fence go?
Oh, over there. I
Guys,
put it over there.
this is like the best looking fort I've seen you two build so far.
We're working hard on it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Those kids love to build forts. They've been building them all over the place. And they pretty much, they build one and then they abandon it. And then start building a new one somewhere else. And after they abandon it for a while, I'll usually come by and clean it all out and put stuff back where it goes. Because they'll use a lot of the scrap material I have in the treasure yard. But they're getting good, man. I'm impressed. And look at this right here. I've got an elevated platform here that Ethan has erected, as well as this shelter looking thing right next to it. He built that all himself. He's nailed everything, screwed it, whatever he could use, he used. He actually resourced some of this material online for free and begged me to go pick it up. And I gave in eventually. Most of it was rotten. We had to cut up into firewood, but he is evolved in his skill set here as a builder. He likes to build things, I think, the most out of anybody. Little glimpse into what's going on here. It doesn't look that great. That carpet he used, that was part of the junk that we picked up from somebody for free. But I don't like the way it looks, but I love what they are learning through just building things out of junk. And Ethan, he's getting good enough and old enough to where I let him use some of the power tools, which is really what helped him build that. All right, we're ready to jump back into the root cellar, put some more framing up in there, and well, I think I'm just gonna focus on that root cellar till it's all buttoned up. Got to put the framing in. I got to spray foam up in there so concrete doesn't come in where those ribs are on the sheet metal. I've got to extend the elevator opening because it's not high enough yet. So a little bit of welding there. And yeah, we're moving right along. This next part should be pretty simple. We need to go ahead and get back on the elevator opening here and raise it a little bit more. And by raise, I mean adding a little bit more steel to that top lip to get it up to where the finished floor is actually going to be. So I'm finding where that is with the transit. It seems pretty close. Just needs to go down a hair. I think that's the spot. I've got the transit on top of a little sliver of the root cellar wall that's still, it didn't get covered by metal, so this is kind of our our point that we go to adjust this. So this will tell me how tall that opening is, and with a little bit of subtraction, I can figure out how much I need to add. So we're at 3'1 1/4. Slide that up, there it is. Yeah, so we need to add 1 7/8 inch of steel to that opening. So I've got the opening extended to where it needs to be. That's where the top of the slab is going to come up to, all the way around. All I got to do now is check it with the transit real quick, and then I got to climb in there and somehow get the elevator platform up, which I've done it before. Get it all the way up and brace it, and that way it can be walked on. Nobody will fall in there while we're doing the slab work, and we'll be good to go.
I went down to the city with a suitcase in my hand, looking for a better deal, find myself a plan. Rolling around the streets, got some useless time, and if I'd seen her then and there, I would have asked her to mine. Okay. Ooh, something to talk about.